بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Welcome to episode 21 of this series, filtering out what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam never said. There's a story that unfortunately has become a bit widespread, too common. People quote it all the time. We hear about it. People, quote it in lectures and in classes and in khutbahs. And it has become widespread online, unfortunately. But the story that Hasan and Husain went to the wudu area to make wudu, and they saw an old man making wudu incorrectly, but they didn't want to offend him or hurt his feelings, so they didn't want to correct him directly or show him how to make wudu. So they went to him and told him, we want you to watch us do wudu and let us know which one of us does wudu better. And so when they made wudu properly, the man looked at them and realized that he's the one who doesn't know how to make wudu, and he said, no, I'm the one who doesn't know how to make wudu. You guys make wudu very well, and that's how they taught him. Now, this story is fabricated. It's a completely fabricated story. It has no basis in the books of hadith. It has no basis in our books of hadith and narrations that are there. So it's a completely fabricated story that is not true. And the other aspect of it is when just you stop and look at the story, it seems odd, because if the old man doesn't know how to make wudu properly, how would he know that they're making wudu the right way when he sees it, and that he's the one who's making wudu wrong? If he knew the right way of making wudu, he would have already been doing that. That wouldn't have been the right way to correct him or to show him the right way to make wudu. I mean, if that type of story was to play out in real life, a person who doesn't know how to make wudu properly would have told them that they're both doing wudu wrong, and that would have taught him his wrong way of making wudu. And the other point that, again, people quote this story sometimes to show the right way of approaching things or giving advice or correcting someone, and that varies from situation to situation. Who's advising who, what's the issue pertaining, and when there's a lengthier video that I've made regarding that, regarding correcting someone or advising them in public or private when it pertains to personal issues between them and Allah. Like in this case, for example, someone's own wudu, versus when it comes to someone talking about the deen or attributing things to the deen that are incorrect. So, I mean, if you want more in depth about, how to properly approach, these issues according to the Quran and authentic Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, because there's a right way of doing so with wisdom, and a proper way of doing so depending on the situation, and not all situations are the same. They can't be all treated the same. Then refer back to that lengthier video that is posted on Brother Sajid's channel. But otherwise, regarding the authenticity of the story, again, it's a completely fabricated story. It's not true, has no basis in the books of hadith that we have. And unfortunately, it seems like someone must have made it up at some point. So it's important to point out to that is not true, and people shouldn't be quoting it or referencing it unless and accept that they point out that it's not true and that it's fabricated story. Barakallahu fikum, jazakumullah khairan, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.